966-JAZZ. That's 966-5299. Toll free 800-790-0415 or soundbytes.org. Now, alongside Steve Ray and Dave Enright, here's Nick Francesco on member-supported Jazz 90.1.
Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. America and all the chips to BC. It is Saturday, the 21st day of February, Anno Domini 2000. No, it's the 20th day of February, Anno Domini 2021. Apparently, I'm getting ahead of myself. And you, oh, you lucky people, you're listening to Sound Bytes. I'm Nick Francesco.
I'm Steve Ray.
And I'm Michael Oden.
And at 8 minutes after the hour, we're going to be bringing you news, views, things to choose, nothing to lose. Kick off your shoes, don't get the blues. Here comes the news.
None of my cameras are working.
Uh-oh. Steve is setting up his system, and he'll be there eventually. Yeah, I love this one. For ages now, every annual report on desktop operating system market share has had the same top two contenders. Microsoft Windows is in a commanding lead at number one, and Apple's Mac OS in distant second place. But in 2020, Chrome OS became the second most popular OS, and Apple fell to third. That's according to numbers from market data firm IDC. Chrome OS has passed Mac OS briefly in individual quarters before, but 2020 was the first full year when Apple's OS took third place. Relax, Mac fanatics, despite the fact that Mac OS landed in third, viewing this an example of Google beating out Apple directly might not be accurate. Rather, it's likely that Chrome OS has been primarily pulling sales and market share away from Windows at the low end of the market. Mac market share, which, let's face it, Apple has never cared about. Mac market share actually grew from 6.7% in 2019 to 7.5% in 2020. Meanwhile, Chrome OS skyrocketed from 6.4% in 2019 to 10.8% in 2020. Windows fell from 85.4% to 80.5%. So Chrome is eating Windows lunch, and so is Mac. The trend looks to be in Google's favor here, but 2020 was far from a normal year. Last month, IDC's report on PC sales showed the first year of consistent growth of traditional PC, desktop, laptop, workstation sales in years. Even then, IDC indicated that the increase in sales was driven in large part by the expansion of Chromebooks both within and outside of the educational market. As students in many communities have had to attend class virtually from home, and their parents have had to do work remotely too, PC sales jumped during the year. Chrome OS was a big part of that, but the entire market grew overall, not just Chrome OS. IDC also noted that gaming PCs were a big driver of growth, as was a particularly strong year for the Mac. As some of the world may find a new kind of post or late pandemic normalcy later this year or next year, new sales figures will give a clearer indication of where things will go in the future, not just how they went in 2020. But at least in the education space, the future of Chrome OS looks fairly bright. So our poll of the week at soundbytes.org, that is Bytes with a Y, Francis would like us to remind you, is the OS you use most. Your choices are, not shockingly, Windows, Chrome OS, Mac OS, Linux, Android, iOS, and other. So far, we have 23 votes, and Windows is in the lead with Linux right behind. So far, nobody has picked Mac OS or iOS. Absolutely nobody, which is interesting. Of course, if you selected other, or just if you want to chit-chat about it, or advocate for your favorite operating system, you can head to our website at soundbytes.org. That is Bytes with a Y, Francis would like us to remind you. Scroll down on the right under Fascinating Stuff. The first selection there is the forums. The second forum down is the poll discussion. And currently, at least, the number one item under poll discussion is 20 Feb 21, the OS you use most and why. And, of course, you can give us a call, 585-966-JAZZ. It's 966-5299, toll-free, 1-800-790-0415. We're not doing much with the text system today, so please, we would prefer that today at least you give us a call, and that would probably be better than